Hey everybody, this is Rusty again with Collector Auctions, and today I've got something a little different for you. It's not a comic book haul, it's not a CGC unboxing, but it's something real fun, and that fun is Funkos. Now, I haven't shown off my collection, and it's mostly because I don't go hardcore on it. I'm not speculating on them. I kind of get what I get because I like the characters, or yeah, pretty much that's it. And I don't do it for speculation, although some of them have actually gone up in value pretty good. And it's what's funny is when I started getting them, or started thinking about getting them, I actually said, no, I'm not going to do this. They're cute, but I've got enough money, I could spend it on comic books, right? Spend it on original artwork or going to cons and things like that. I don't need to do that. And I'll tell you that what got me into it was a little bit of being such a fan of Gravity Falls on Disney. And I love that show. When they came out with the Funkos of those characters, I was like, oh my God, I've got to have them. But I was a little late to the party, and so I was able to get Mabel and Dipper, but I wasn't able to get Grunkle Stan. And I was like, man, and that one has really gone up in value. So like I said, I had a couple, and I wasn't really into it still, but those were really cool. And then they came out with the Batman Who Laughs, the Funko, and I'm like, oh my God, this thing is sick. I've got to get it. And that kind of opened up the door a little bit. So then once the door was open, I started getting some that I really like, characters that I really liked. And so what I'm going to show you today is some of the ones. I'm not going back to the old collection that's back in the several rooms. I've got walls of these things now. But I'll give you the ones I've been picking up over the last few weeks, and let's just go over them. These are fun. All right, so they just came out, but I've got Funkos from the latest Thor film. Of course, this is Jane Foster, Mighty Thor. Now, I love the character. The movie, on the other hand, I mean, I don't know what you guys thought about the movie. I was highly disappointed. I think the real judge for any MCU movie for me these days is I'm excited about all of these. I'll go see it, and if I really like it, I'm going to go back and see it again. And if I love it, I'll see it a third time. And I'll say this: I saw Love and Thunder, and yeah, I'm one and done, and that was it. It was it's probably one of the weakest movies out there for MCU, in my opinion. While I did love Gore as a character, I love that storyline. I mean, in fact, I like the Jane Foster storyline in there too. But let's fill up a movie like that with too many different things. You can't focus on either one, and you don't do a good job at telling either one at that point. So I don't know. It was just a huge disappointment, but I love the Funkos. So I got Mighty Thor, and of course I got Thor himself. I thought this was really good, and I picked up Gore as well. Let's see, turn that so the lights. There you go. And as I said, I like the character and everything, but now, the other characters that are in there, you got Valkyrie, you got Korg, and Meek, and honestly, I couldn't care less about those characters. Valkyrie, I like a little bit, but, I mean, I'm sorry. If you're going to do Valkyrie in the MCU, let me have the Valkyrie that we grew up with. I mean, the Broomhilda, is that right? The blonde Valkyrie that we had for 30, 40 years. I mean, where's that Valkyrie? Nothing wrong with this Valkyrie, but that's not our Valkyrie. I don't know how you guys feel about it. I think the actress did a fine job. I think her character was fine too. I had no issues with that. It's just, where's the Valkyrie that from the comics that we want? And the other characters, like I said, I couldn't care less about. In fact, Korg was just such a distraction to that movie. I mean, what a useless character. What a I don't know. I don't get me started. Of course, I just got started, but did we really need that? I mean, movie trying to throw the comedy in all the time just didn't work this time. It worked pretty good in the last movie, but in this one, ugh. no go. I mean, it's one of those I won't bother to actually rewatch that film at all. In fact, we'll probably just forget that it exists, except for some of the little things that actually move the story along a little bit, with the multiverse and things like that. Okay, let's continue here. Don't have many more, but like I said, these are ones I've been picking up over the last few weeks. Now, this is from Captain America, the Winter Soldier. This is, of course, the Winter Soldier himself, but this is a reissue, kind of. They came out with a series. It's basically Year of the Shield, and it was redoing characters, Funkos that they've already done, where they're holding Cap's shield. And I'm like, okay, I saw this one come out, and it's this version, and there's a version with Bucky, not with the shield, but with the mask on, the full mask that you see in the Winter Soldier. That's what one of the ones I really wanted it. And by the time I got into looking at the Funkos and everything, it had already been passed, and those Funkos were so expensive. Those original Funkos from back then, of this exact one and then the other one with the mask, just absolutely just blew up, and I'm not going to spend that much on a Funko like that. But when they reissued this, it's like I jumped on it, because I always liked this rendition of the Winter Soldier in the movies. I mean, come on, guys. My favorite MCU movie is going to always be the Winter Soldier. I mean, that movie right there was about as perfect movie in the MCU as you're going to get. I mean, I had one small complaint, and it was just on a little bit of the storytelling. And if you're going to ask, I'll just go ahead and tell you. The one thing I wanted was, at the end, I didn't need the Falcon fighting Rumlow. I kind of wanted to see Sharon Carter fight him there at the very end. That's the only thing I wanted. I didn't need the Falcon in Sam Wilson. I didn't need him fighting Rumlow. It's like after the scene where Rumlow almost shoots the tech in the control room, and Agent 13 stops him. You don't see her again until at the very end, where they're doing the wrap up. And I'm like, just a little bit more. They could have done just a little bit more with that character at that exact moment. That's all I wanted. That movie would have been 100% perfect, in my opinion, if they had just done that. Anyway, so picked up that. And continuing kind of from that storyline, eventually we get to the Falcon and Winter Soldier, and I think I got most of the Funkos from the TV show. I'm looking on the back here, and I might have picked up every one of these. The whole collection from Captain America, the Falcon and Winter Soldier. I love that series. I wish they had really brought on more of a supervillain in that. I mean, come on, we got Zemo. We got Zemo at one of his finest moments right there. I mean, that was really good, and you look forward to seeing where they're going to go with Thunderbolts and things like that. You hope that they follow through with this in the MCU. You hope that Thunderbolts actually delivers on these characters that we're seeing in these shows like this. And I don't know, with their track record recently at MCU, it's just going to be, it's all going to be visual, and the substance probably is not going to be there to satisfy some of us hardcore fans of these characters and stuff. But boy, the potential, I think that's the thing, the potential to really do something really good is just slipping through their fingers. And again, the Winter Soldier movie was it. I mean, yeah, I mean, they could have ratcheted it up a little bit more, but man, that was just perfect. It was just enough. And ever since then, you know, it's I don't know, maybe we just expect too much sometimes, guys. But yeah, I don't know. I'm rambling. Funko. So, like I said, I've got just about every one of them from the TV show on this one. What else do we got here? Oh, from another. Now, this was not from the WandaVision show, but this is from Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Now, of all the Funkos, and I'm kind of looking at the Funkos that are on the back of this here. Doctor Strange, I think we had zombie Doctor Strange. You had ponytail Doctor Strange. You know, some of the other characters. Didn't bother with any of those, but Scarlet Witch, however, the real star of that film right there, just absolutely, I love this Funko. I've got most of the Funkos from the WandaVision show, and I picked this one up too because I kind of wanted to continue with that collection. So, got that. And then just some favorite characters. I've got XMen. This is Kitty Pryde. I'm sorry, Kate Pryde. Don't call her Kitty anymore. Now this is from her, yes, the recent comic, The Marauders. And you see in her pirate costume, and she's got her tattoo on her hand there. And it says, "Hold fast." And kind of wanted to say, "Kill Shaw," right? If you read the comic. But I really like this. I kind of want to pick up the Kitty Pryde X-Men one, but that one's kind of in price a little bit. And I don't know. I'm kind of not wanting to spend too much on these. But I'm looking on the back of the current run from this here. I've got their Psylocke. I've got that one. I've got Rogue. And I've got one of the Phoenix. I think I've got the Dark Phoenix one too from the X-Men. But part of that you can see a little glimpse into what I'm buying. I'm buying a lot of these really strong female characters. I don't know. It seems interesting to me. You go in there into my room right now, you'll see I've got a row of Sydney Bristow alias Funkos, and those are really good. And I've got a ton of the Black Widow ones. They're all really, really cool and everything. All right, from the last one I've got in this video right here is Hawkeye. This one is just a recent. They just recently put this out. They've had Hawkeye as in Funkos for years, the Jeremy Renner one from the movies, but they hadn't done one with the accurate costume. And they came out with this. And I'm like, oh, I gotta have this. Tell you what, when they come out with the one with him as Goliath and his Goliath costume, man, I'm all over that too. But love me some Hawkeye in this costume right here. That's just awesome. So anyway, guys, that's it. Quick video. It shows you a little bit of my hobby interest outside of just straight up comic books and original art and stuff. I do get into the toys a little bit when it interests me. It's not something I go after, but these are things that are just for the PC and just for fun. And you know, if they go up in value someday, that's that much better. But anyway, hope you enjoyed this. This is a fun video, not too long. I'm trying to cut the time down on some of these, so I hope you enjoyed today's video and come back and join me for the next video. Thanks, guys, and take care.